Greetings once again, everybody. Today's words to live by are: competency always wins, even if it takes a while. But by then, competency turns into mastery. So I put those words together some years ago as I was actually in a corporate job. And I was starting out pretty early in my career, and I was young for my position, and I had all these sort of like self doubts about whether I was old enough and I had enough clout to actually be the leader that this company wanted me to be. And I kept harping on this concept of competence and how do I become skilled at what I do so that when push comes to shove, I can sort of point to results that I had achieved and that I had gone through a process of. It's not a shortcut by any means. It's just getting good at what you should be good at when you're in a job or playing a sport or an instrument or an acting role or what have you. It's like you're there to do something and do it well. And so I kept this series of words in my mind about competence. And then what happened over a period of time is I started feeling like I was getting more and more comfortable and feeling better about the job that I was doing. And I looked up a few years later and it turned into mastery. Even though I didn't start the process with that in my mind, it was just this slow, consistent effort that I was trying to make to become good at something and to master a few skills was gravy. It was like, oh my gosh, all this time that I was spending just trying to be good and functional at what I was hired to do, lo and behold, it was the process that I followed that then turned competence into mastery. And I didn't even have to try to get it there. So I think another story that sort of comes to mind, at least from my life, is when I was starting my own business, I had some of those same doubts in my mind. And I didn't know how to start a business. I didn't know that you had to wear a legal hat, a human resources hat, an accountant hat, even though that was my background. It was basically, I had to learn all the functions. I wasn't just a marketing person. I wasn't just a business person. I wasn't just a salesperson. I was expected to be, to have knowledge in a lot of different areas. And so I think the lesson there was, how do I become competent in areas that I have no idea, frankly, what I'm doing? So I got a lot of help and I brought some subject matter experts in, and my goal was to be competent in each of those areas. Now, whether or not I became a master of every single one of those areas, probably not. But competence led to mastery in at least one or two of the areas that I wasn't even expecting. So I know a lot about a lot of topics when it comes to starting a business. Not everything, but certainly to the point where it's something greater than competence, and it just occurred because I was going through the process and having patience and consistency and sort of never letting up on the pursuit of just getting good at something and being functional, having that sort of functional mindset. And it turned into great things. And so that little tidbit of advice has always served me well. You don't have to start out thinking you're going to be the greatest and best and most knowledgeable person about a given subject. Just start out and be functional, be competent, be good, and then you never know what can happen. So I hope this is helpful. If you liked it, please like or subscribe this video, and I will see you all again soon.